Here we go. Oh, I come back, and this is what you do.
Respectfully?
20s
Respectfully.
Kittim 22 bongo, Kittim 22 bongo,
Respectfully.
Kittim 22 bongo, 20 Ians at the library. Kittim 22 shake, Kittim 22 shake, Kittim 22 shake. That is at least 3 weeks.
Hi guys. Oh my goodness, hold on. I gotta move over. Hey,
Mother.
hello.
Mother, I crave violence.
Violence. Okay, maybe a little as a treat. Oh my goodness, oh my days. Thank you so much, everybody, for the congratulations. Thank you for the hype train. Oh my god, hold on. I'm trying to catch up. I saw also that there were a couple. Oh my god. Ah! There's so many notification sounds happening. Ah, did
Mother.
someone say treat? A treat?
Mother, I crave
tweet?
violence.
Violence. Oh my goodness. Okay, I might have to turn some of these things off.
Mother,
Oh my goodness.
Mother,
Thank
I
you.
crave
Thank you
violence.
everyone for the congratulations.
mother,
Gilbert,
mother,
so
I crave violence.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Oh my goodness. My love. I heard about your graduation. I'm so sad, but I'm gonna be there.
Do not
I'm
like
gonna
that.
be there.
Here's something. Ugly ass.
Liberty Day. The street is heaven. Okay. All right.
Father, help!
This mom was gonna be hungry. Correct. Oh God. I don't know if y'all heard it, but someone redeemed that I gotta do an ada. I'm gonna have to turn everything off just so I can talk. I don't even know how to do this anymore. Ada. Wait, and I'm goth mom already? Oh my days. I should have. Oh my God. I can't even.
Hello, motherfucker.
I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, I am not gonna keep up with chat. I ain't doing it. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna see things. That's gonna thank you, Chaco. Oh my days. All right, there's so many sounds happening. All right, it's so good to see you guys again. Hi. Welcome to the library. Tis I, your friendly neighborhood librarian, Miss Kitty Mama.
Hope everyone's doing
Father,
well.
help!
I think no see baby, you ain't gonna see baby. I'm gonna refresh you guys on the rules. You will not see baby. You will not know baby. Baby will not be online. Cope. Get jiggy with it, all right? You might hear baby crying at some point in the background. That's the closest you're gonna get to experiencing this child. Just a reminder. All right? I saw, especially on the YouTube, some people saying, show
Mother.
baby, what's the name?
Mother, I
As
crave
per-
violence.
There's a video that I made a while ago
I'm in danger.
called, after the pregnancy announcement video, called, what's it called? What did I call it? I called it Hello YouTube, where I went over the ground rules. What is the baby's name? As far as y'all are concerned, Nugget. That is the baby's name. Nugget. Like chicken nugget. All right? Aside from that, he's offline, but he is born. He's 6 weeks old. He's adorable. You don't know Nugget, but you love Nugget. This is the correct stance. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Oh my gosh. There's so many sounds happening. All right, I'm gonna have to turn some of these down. Nugget be like, Mom, why's my name Nugget? Because that's what I started calling you while you were in the womb.
Father, help!
What is wrong? Oh, here we go. This is what I was doing. Oof, indeed. All right. I'm just trying to fix this one thing real quick.
Run.
That's the one. Okay. Good luck explaining that to your kid. Because I like to eat chicken nuggets and I like to go on his little cheeks. Twitch or YouTube? Both.
Damage.
I'm on both. All right. So, let's see. I'm going to disable some things. Ah! Your name is different? Everybody's names are different. Is my belly okay? Yeah.
Kitty!
Hope everyone respects that and is respectful to you. Me too. But yes. I had so many things. I was like, I know exactly what I want to talk about when I get there. And there's just so many sounds happening that I cannot function. And chat's going so fast.
Condition! Unacceptable!
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm just going to go over to sound alerts. I'm going to pause them. And I'm gonna pause some of the just exactly. My brain is broken, and I can't do it. Actually, wait, Blanche, you're here. Blanche, can you help me pause things? Mostly just the sound alerts ones. Oh, bless you, God. Hey guys, mods are the best. Mods are great. We love mods. Okay. And then I'm going to go over here. And I'm just going to... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it even worse than that. Hold on. Where's my sound alerts? Little... This is unacceptable. There we go. I just hit the source, so now it can't make any noises. Yay! Okay, and then for the alerts... I'm gonna just mute the sound so that it doesn't fuck with me. Yeah. Now I got 2 sets of alerts. And that's the only last thing. Because I've got the YouTube alerts and I've got the... Here we go. This one. It doesn't have its own... It doesn't have like a thing in my thing. Properties. I don't know. Oh well. Okay. Well, whatever. The alerts from the various those will stand. That's fine. I can live with that. All right. So, hi. I'm alive. Okay. So, hi. It's been a minute. Hello, Nines. He's down. Let's go. The baby's asleep. We did it! I was literally, y'all, I was feeding that baby until like 5 minutes before I started stream. He was unhappy and not ready to go down. He was not having it. He was like, listen, mother, I know you have things you want to do. Fuck you. All right, so let's see. When last I hung out with you, my brave adventurers, I think think it was right before my due date, which was September 7th. Right? September 7th was the due date. This is AI Power Listen to freaking Miguel. I've forgotten how to stream. I don't even know how to talk. I have mom brain so bad. The mom brain plus ADHD is just absolutely insane. But yeah, so September 7th was the due date. I last streamed on Twitch. Like I think like right before that, maybe a week before that. I don't know. Who can say? You can poke 'em. So, I stopped streaming for a while because I was like, I could go into labor at any minute. It's gonna be amazing. Like, I was so ready to just like go into labor to give birth. I was like, okay, let's get this baby out. Let's get him out of my body. I'm so enormous. And then he said no. The nugget refused to leave my body. And the doctor said basically, so if you haven't given birth a week from your due date, we're going to induce you. And I was like, okay. Induction. We don't mind it. I was definitely not going to be one of those people who waited so long to like try to naturally go into labor that like I'd end up with a lot of complications, because that's a thing that can happen. That's one of the reasons why they like to try to induce people and why they encourage induction. Baby can cook for too long. Baby can get too big. Lots of things can happen. So we gave him an extra week. You know, we posted the eviction notice on the door. We said, you got 1 week. And he said, make me. And so we did. So we went into the hospital to be induced. And it was honestly, it was like checking into a hotel. It was so bizarre. And like, I can't quite describe the feeling of like going to a hospital when nothing's wrong. It's very different. I packed a bag. I was like excited. I was like, oh my God, we're going to the hospital. We got checked in. It was super fun. They put me in a cute little room, and I got to know the first nurse that helped me. She was lovely. We'll call her Nurse A. She and I absolutely vibed. She was wonderful. She was lovely. She was like, hey, what did we bonded? We bonded over saying gorge. I was like, oh my God, gorge, about something that she said that was very normal. And she was like, oh my God, we're going to be friends. We're going to be like best friends. And she said, in my line of work, I say it a little bit differently. I say gorgina. And I'm iconic. Best friends. You and me, we're here. This is our level. And so we got settled in. Ashy, thank you so much for the raid. How are you, my love? We're telling the birth story. I love you so much. So yes, so we're in. Welcome on Invaders. By the way, my name is Miss Kitty Mama. I'm your friendly neighborhood librarian, currently at goth mode. But we are talking the story of Nugget's birth. So yeah, that is where we're at. Just got into the hospital. Nurse A was fantastic. She got me set up with a medication called misoprostol. So, misoprostol is one of the medications that can be used to induce labor. Now, to give y'all an idea, I'm going to tell you something, a part of the brief overview, right? My labor was fast as fuck for a first-time labor. That being said, my labor was 12 hours. Let me explain. So, normally with misoprostol, right, what this medication does, basically it is supposed to induce labor, obviously. But the way that it works is they give you 4 doses over the course of 16 hours. So it's 1 pill every 4 hours and there's 4 pills. They gave me 1. And apparently my poor little nugget was just standing on the cliff of labor, just trying not to fall off the edge. And the misoprostol came in and just bam, absolutely kicked him off that ledge. And yeah. So labor started fast. I was probably like I think it was 2 centimeters dilated when I went in, which is not a lot. Like in the scheme of things, not a lot at all. So the medication took like maybe an hour to kick in. From there, I went from 2 centimeters to 6 centimeters in like, I have to think, I have to use my brain, in like 2.5 hours, 2 to 3 hours. My situation just went whoa, just opened up like crazy. That's a lot. It was incredibly painful. The experience of the induction medication kicking in, I kept describing it as feeling like my uterus got Thanos snapped. Okay, it literally felt like there was like I don't know if any of y'all have ever had the experience of like snapping a tendon or something, even when even if you didn't like shear off the tendon or something like that, but it literally just felt like there was a snap effect and my whole uterus, like I jumped a foot and my whole uterus just went like, I don't know how else to describe it. It felt like it snapped. It felt like my uterus can't snap, but I felt like the muscle that is my uterus snapped. And I was like, ow, what the fuck was that? That was some bullshit. So then labor started fast from there. Basically, yeah, it really said, I am inevitable pain. And so normally when you go into labor, right, they have a specific, labor progresses in a specific way, and your contractions have a pace to them. At their like fastest and closest together, normally what they're like is the contraction starts, it holds at the peak for a minute, and then it goes back down, and then you get a 5-minute break. Okay? I did not get a break. My contractions just looked like a zigzag line. There was no break at all in the contractions. That sucked. That really, really, really sucked. So I was in massive pain and there was no break, which was exhausting. That being said, they came in and they were like, hey, so here's what we can offer you. If you would like pain meds. And I was like, yes, give me the drugs. Drug me now, you whack ass hoes. They were like, cool. You can either, your options are fentanyl, which will kick in right away, but it only lasts for 45 minutes, or morphine, and it takes like 30 minutes to kick in, and but it lasts for 4 hours. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Great. Give me the morphine, because I know that labor takes time. When I tell you guys, this is no joke. The morphine never kicked in. I was doomed. I was so dead. I was so upsetty spaghetti. No one has ever been as upset as I was finding out that morphine doesn't work on me. I was so upset. I was upsetty spaghetti. I was a Betty upsetty spaghetti, okay? Because I'm sitting there. So what I did, I basically just ended up rolling over onto my side, and I closed my eyes and I grabbed onto the railing, the bed railing of the hospital bed, right? And I was like pulling with one hand and pushing with the other and switching back and forth doing that, where just keeping tension in my body, I guess. But I was focusing on breathing, and my like brain was like, this is me fist fighting God. And if I break the railing of this bed, then I have defeated God. Like, that is where my brain went. And I just closed my eyes and breathed and fought with this railing and left this mortal realm. I was not there. I was not present. I did not win. I did not break the railing, unfortunately. Fortunately, because they probably would have billed me for that. But yeah, it was a time and a half. So we're just sitting there waiting for the meds to kick in. And they ain't doing it. And they're like, hey, we want to check how far along you are. We want to see how dilated you are. And I was like, can we just wait until the drugs kick in? And they're like, sure. Fun fact, you cannot get an epidural until you are in quote unquote active labor, which active labor is not until you are 6 centimeters dilated. So I went from 2 to 6 centimeters in like 2 to 3 hours. And I need to give you guys, hold on. I need to pull up a video for you guys. I'm gonna pull up a TikTok. I think it was either a TikTok or a YouTube short. Let me find this real quick, because I need y'all to know what the like scale is here. Okay. Okay, let me see if it was on. Was it on TikTok? No, but I sent it to Nines. So that's where it is. Nines! As link. Okay. I send Nines all the funniest things. Is it this one? Oh, nope. I don't want to pin it. I'm trying to open it. Nope, it's not that one. Oh, here it is. I found it. It is a YouTube short. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys this. The daddy command is wrong. No, it's not. All right, hold on. Let me see. I think this one. Okay. Yeah. All right. So then we're gonna put this over here. We're just showing this one video, okay? That is a demonstration of what the different centimeters look like, okay? Where is it? Not PowerPoint. Here we go. Properties. Here we go. All right, let's see. Centimeters is a tube of Torani pureed sauce. So the diameter of this is what my cervix widened up to from the nerd cluster. I just want, for the record, witness from that to that in 2.5 hours. Okay, again, normally this is over several hours, sometimes even days. Okay. This was fast and painful and awful. So that's awful. All right. Anyways, I gotta move my model over again. Okay, so that was a lot. And I was just eyes closed, not present at all. Just doing my best. I kept actually blacking out from the pain, which was really funny because I would black out and pass out from pain. And then I would have a little dream. I would have a little dream while I was passed out, thinking that I was hearing something that was happening in the room. And then I would wake up and I would try to participate in the conversation that had happened in my dream, but was not happening in real life. Let me explain. This looked like I passed out from pain, had a dream that my mom and husband were talking about Vocaloids, and some perception of Vocaloids. And I woke up to say, actually, Hatsune Miku's not like that. And Nines goes, what? And I was like, you guys are talking about Vocaloids, right? And Nines just goes, no. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I passed out again. The bitchiest I got, instead of just being off the walls, just in and out of consciousness. The worst thing that I did, the rudest I got, there was a guy that they sent into the room during this period of time where they said to this poor man to ask for my food preferences and what I wanted to eat for dinner. And my mom was very politely trying to be like, hey, so I don't think we're going to need that tonight. Just don't send her anything. I think that'll be fine. We're kind of going to be in this for a minute. And the the guy was just like, this is my job. I just have to ask. And I could tell that this man knew better. This man knew that he should not be in this room. This man knew that he was going to get kicked out of this room. I could hear it in his tone. And so I just from the, like, pulled myself out from the depths of dissociation and pain to go, sir, with all due respect, not now. And he just went, right, no problem, and ran out of that room. And it was, my mom just started giggling, absolutely giggling. She was like, I've never seen someone run out of a room so fast. And it was so funny. It was really, really funny. Everyone laughed. The nurse laughed. My mom laughed. I was very proud of myself. I immediately dissociated again. But it was great. It was very funny. So then, after all that, finally, I was like, they were like, we really just need to check and see how dilated you are. We really need to see at this point. And I was in so much pain and so out of it that I just said, fine, whatever. I'd wanted to wait for the morphine to kick in for them to check me, but it never kicked in. So I was just like, whatever, do what you got to do. Just get me out of here, honestly. So they were like, you're at 6 centimeters. We can give you the epidural. And I was like, hand that shit over. Hand it over right now. Had the epidural. That was fun. The anesthesiologist walked into the room and was like, hi guys, so nice to meet you. I'm Dr. So-and-so, the anesthesiologist. I didn't process it at all. What I did do was say, hi, I've been wanting to talk to you. I have scoliosis and I have my x-rays on my phone so that you can know where to place the epidural. I showed off my bones in real life. For those on YouTube who don't know, I have a habit on Twitch of pulling out my x-rays of my scoliosis. Far more frequently than is necessary, to be honest. I do it literally all the time. But I finally pulled it out in the correct part. I pulled it out at the correct time. I did it. And the anesthesiologist took one look at my x-rays and was like, oh, yeah, this is really useful. Thank you for this. This was a great idea. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then they were like, now you have to move in order to get the epidural. And I was like, fuck, I don't know if I can do that. But I did. I was able to get up into the position. The epidural, bliss. I loved that epidural. The epidural was incredible. I loved it so much. I was numb from like my lower back down. I could not move my legs by myself. They had to catheterize me. They had to give me a catheter. Didn't feel it. Did not feel them placing a catheter at all. It was fantastic. It was amazing. Is it possible to see the scoliosis x-rays? Yeah, sure. I'll show you the main relevant one. Whoa. Let me see. Where is my source? Do I have an image source? I do. All right. Properties. Of course I have it set up to be a fetus. All right. Here we go. So this is the main relevant one. That's my lower back curve where they needed to put the epidural. was right there. Right in there. So, as you can see, this was like a whole situation. And this is why the anesthesiologist was like, hey, thank you so much for bringing your x-rays. And I was like, yeah. Looks painful? It is. It hurts. And that is actually mild scoliosis. My lower back curve is about 17 degrees. It only becomes moderate when it's over 20 degrees. So that's not even severe scoliosis. That is a mild case. So, love to see it. But yeah, so the epidural was incredible. I had no more pain once the epidural went into place. It is interesting though, because so basically the way that an epidural works is they use a needle, right? A syringe to inject a catheter into your spine. And then they like apply a constant stream of drugs into your spine to make it so that you don't feel pain anymore.
Kitty mama.
Hi, Tim. Thank you for the resub. So it's interesting because so I was lying down, say on my left side, right? After they placed the epidural. So my left side went numb, but my right side didn't. So then I had to have them help flip me over so that like the drugs could go down onto the right side of my body. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like you slosh water around back and forth, sloshing the drugs around in the body. And so it took a little while, and I got to keep pushing a clicky button to make the epidural drugs do more. But it was great, and it worked, and I was very happy, especially since the morphine didn't work earlier. But it's great. Absolutely loved it. And then it wasn't too long after that. It was maybe like another hour or two. No, it must have been longer than that. I'm trying to like think of the timeline of exactly. You have to remember also, I was so out of it because I think the one thing that the morphine did was really fuck with my brain, but I don't know if that was the morphine or the pain. The morphine did not help me with my pain though. And that sucked. So I want to say we went in at like 1 o'clock. I got the induction medication at like 2. It started to work at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. I was like at 6 centimeters by like 6:30. And then I guess I was waiting. I slept a lot, I think, once I got the epidural. And then they were like, okay, you're 10 centimeters, time to go. And I was like, cool. So they took me into they had me switch beds and they took me into the delivery room. And they had to call the OB. So it was just me and the nurse, which it was a new nurse at this time because they changed shifts. So Nurse B came in and she's helping me. She's all dressed up. Oh, one thing that did also happen. There's a thing that can happen where when your water breaks, sometimes they can tell that you have a thing called meconium present in your amniotic fluid. And what this is basically when your baby takes a dookie inside the womb. It usually happens when the baby has cooked too long. So because Nugget was a week late, he pooped Oh my God.
Kitty, my mother came into my room. She says congratulations. And you are just like her FRFR because she was in labor for 12 hours with me too.
Awesome. Let me up. Let me up. Let me out of bed jail. Oh God. Let me up. Let me up. I don't even know where I am anymore. Okay. Whew. Whew. Okay. There we go. Listen, I forgot this happens with bits. But yeah, so Nugget shitted in the womb basically. And that was a lot. That was a lot for Elmo. But that can lead to complications. So they actually had to alert the NICU team to come to the delivery room in case there were complications from Nugget swallowing his own shit. Which is horrifying. You don't want that. What was that? So on Twitch, you can do this thing. It's like kind of similar to super chatting. Or why are you like this? What?
31
Orm, please.
months.
31 months indeed. Thank you for the resub, Orm. But yes, so babies basically exist in the womb, swallowing the amniotic fluid. That's like how they eat. That's part of how they like breathe, so to speak. They don't really breathe. They don't need to. But yeah, they exist swallowing the amniotic fluid all the time in the womb. So if they shit in the amniotic fluid and keep swallowing, they can swallow meconium. They can swallow their own shit. So they had to have the NICU team on standby, and they called the OB. And they're like, okay, let's just, before the OB gets here, go ahead and give us a push. Like, why not get started? This could be a while. And I was like, word. And I pushed with one of my contractions, and they were like, I don't know where that came from, but that was an amazing push. Do it again. And so wait, through the mouth of the umbilical cord? The mouth. They swallow it through the mouth. So yeah, I pushed real good. I pushed out Nugget in 45 minutes. I did. It was pretty impressive. I was very proud of myself. Like it was under an hour. I know that much. It was insane. So they called the OB and they were like, "Hey, she's getting ready to go." And the OB's like, "Cool, I'll be there in 15 minutes." And then I start pushing. And they called the OB back like maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, and they're like, "Hey, actually, if you can make it sooner, that'd be great." And I was like, "Yee." So I pushed Nugget out in about 45 minutes, under an hour, and it was great. They handed him to me. I was like, "Whoa." I didn't cry. I wasn't like overcome with love and all that other romantic, magical feelings that people describe. But it was like something clicked into place. And I was like, "Oh, that's my baby. Hell yeah." And then they took him away almost immediately. First Nines cut the cord. Nines cut the umbilical cord. Very proud of him. Clappies for Nines. And from there, they took him, and the NICU nurses, Nines had to describe this part to me. I didn't really see it. But they basically took him over to this little station, and the NICU nurses had like these little tubes that were like little vacuum tubes, and they just went whoa, 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 and just like shoved these tubes up his nose, down his throat, and like in 15 seconds, like vacuumed out his lungs and stuff to make sure that he didn't swallow his own shit. And if he did, that they vacuumed it out. Which is crazy to picture. It's like, I can't even describe, like, I don't even know. It's wild to hear about it, but Nines had to see it. It was not just the nose. This isn't, hold on. NICU tubes meconium. Oh, there's a Neotech meconium aspirator. Stunning. So it's this thing called a meconium. It's a meconium removal device. Here we go. I'm gonna pull up a photo. Images. Yeah, it's a suction system. Ooh, that's an angry baby. Oh no, that's not what that is. Okay. Properties. Downloads. That. So that's what it's like. It's a whole tube that goes into the mouth and the nose and the everything, and they just vacuum them out. Oh no. He woke up. Hold on a second, chat. Let me be right back. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right. So, okay. Sorry about that. Nugget scared himself awake. So, there's a fun thing. You have black hair? I do not. This is Goth Mama mode. Chat does this sometimes. I'm back. Ah, changing the dress color already. So anyways, yeah, Nugget fell back asleep. Oh Lord. So for YouTube, all these things that you see changing on stream, that is Twitch chat having fun. I don't know. None of this stuff works for YouTube, or else I would set it up. But yeah. Anyways, so let me see, where was I? Yeah, they vacuumed out his stomach and his lungs and stuff within like 15 seconds, and then he didn't want to cry. And everybody was very nervous for a while because the little dude wouldn't cry. We're all like, Nugget, please. Nugget, please. Nugget, cry. Nugget, scream. We're begging. And he was like, no. I don't want to. Yeah, he was very chill. He was just looking around at the world and everyone's like, please inflate your lungs, you little bitch. And he was like, no. And he did not start screaming until they actively decided, they're like, okay, we're going to harass your baby now. And we're going to give him some injections and stuff. They gave him like the part 1 of his hepatitis B vaccine. And did some other things. And they were just like, he finally just goes, ah! Yes, Hep B and vitamin K. That's what it was. Thank you, Sputnik. And so Nugget finally started screaming because they were injecting him. He still didn't scream for very long. He got over it very quickly. It was pretty funny. So then the problem was I spiked a fever, which can happen when, again, when there's meconium in the amniotic fluid. It can happen. It's very upsetting. Where basically, because he shitted, he gave me an infection from inside. But then when I birthed out the placenta, it like removed the source of the infection. But I still had to go on antibiotics and things, which was not so fun, but it was fine. It wasn't a big deal. So they took me, after they got my temperature to come down, they took me to a special room. It was a negative pressure room in the maternity ward. There you go. Did I keep the placenta? No. Yeah, he was born 8 pounds, 3 ounces, and 21.5 inches long. Very cute baby. Good Nugget. Good size, on the bigger side. But on the bigger size of average, which was great. Fantastic. And then, we got taken to the negative pressure room, which was to prevent any infections from like getting in or out. And then we spent the next couple of days, or the next day, just chilling. And I was there. We got out like in less than 48 hours. The nurses were great. They had to they taught us how to swaddle Nugget. They helped me go to the bathroom. I also had minimal tearing. Fantastic. Go me. My OB kept saying, oh my God, you have such great tissue. Your tissue's so strong. Dad, come over here and look at the tissue. And so my husband had to get up in front of my mom and go look between my legs. Go like, yup, that's the tissue. Not the nurse. The OB invited him over. The OB was so ecstatic about how strong my tissue was. And I'm just like, go me. She said I had no external tears, which was phenomenal. So then, yeah, we had a really chill time at in the hospital, and they had really good food. I was very impressed. And then then we went home. And having my mom there was actually a really big help. My mom and I were both a little concerned that I was going to kick her out of the house. Not because I don't like my mom, but just sometimes, being a new mom, not getting any sleep, stuff like that. we were a little worried that I was going to be at everyone's throat for perceiving me, which is a thing that I've been known to do before. But honestly, I was ecstatic. I was ecstatic to have help. And it was really, really, really nice to just like have an extra set of arms to carry Nugget around whenever we were tired. Like, you know, I was primarily the one getting up to do all the feedings. And then after that, and then, you know, he was helping a lot with especially the diaper changes and stuff like that. And then I had to feed every time, which is a lot when they're first born. A lot. And Nugget eats a lot. I got him this cute little outfit from Target that says, it's like a little Halloween outfit. So it's all like monster themed. And it says Milk Monster on it. Thank you for the bit. So, it was really nice to have my mom around just like to help during those times. And it was mostly during the day. I'd just be like, please hold him for a while. And then I'd go and have a nap. And yeah, from there, it's been like, I feel like giving birth was both yesterday and ages ago, because I am sleep deprived and I have not like had a proper sleep in 6 weeks, which is great. It's super fun. I am sleeping. I am. It's just different. It's just different, you know? I sleep maximum like 4 hours at a time. Is Nugget dressing up for Halloween? No. Well, maybe. It depends. I'm going shopping tomorrow for some baby clothes because, okay. Come here. I'm going to put on my regular colors for this. I need y'all to look me in the eyes when I say this. Nugget is 6 weeks old, which is to say a month and a half, roughly. Right? He has outgrown the 0 to 3 month old clothes. I have him wearing 3 to 6 month old clothes as a 1.5 month old. I didn't buy a Halloween costume because I did not know what size he was going to be. So, Nugget big. Nugget big baby. So at his 1 month check-in, which was 2 weeks ago, he was 11 pounds, 3 ounces. He'd gained 3 pounds over his birth weight. Whoa, God. I broke everything. What did I do? I hate Windows 11. I hate Windows 11. Ooh, that bitch. I hate Windows 11. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. That's not a nugget, it's a big bag. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is. So, yeah. It's, after stream Windows level troubleshooting. No, I like did something and I hovered over the wrong thing and it made all my windows disappear and they're back now. It was just a very temporary thing. It's just annoying. Got some good titty milk. Yes, I do. But seriously, yeah, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out later, Soul. But yeah, so the last 6 weeks have just been getting used to life with Nugget, and it's been really fun. So, I've just been doing my best to live. Nines and I have both been doing my best to live. But Nines does have to go back to work soon, which is spooky. It's very spooky. So it's just gonna be me and Nugget most times. But I'm doing my best to try to schedule a lot of stuff in my days, and I'm going to be going to sleep a lot earlier in the days than I usually do. So I've only been live for like an hour. I was planning on potentially being live for like 2 hours tops. But yeah, you don't need a dismissal, Draco. You could just go. Anyways, so Nugget is waking up again. So I'm probably just going to end things pretty soon. But yeah. It's been a wild time. Nugget's a great kid. He's very chill most of the time. Things he does not like: loud noises and tummy time. Things he likes: eating and being outside. And snuggles. He loves snuggles. And it's great. It's really great. He also does not like being overly warm. That's another thing. He does not like being overly warm. What's the name? As per my previous statements, my baby's name is Nugget as far as the internet is concerned. We ain't sharing real names out here. Get it together. I said that in my video called Hello YouTube, where I stated all of my boundaries. Nugget is not going to be on the internet. I will not show pictures of Nugget. I will not be having Nugget on my streams. I'm not going to make baby content. Nugget is Nugget.
Hey.
Why Nugget? Because I like chicken nuggets. Also, there was a horse. There's a horse on TikTok who's called Chicken Nugget, and the owner calls them Chicken Elizabeth Nugget. And yeah, so I have taken to calling my son Chicken Elizabeth Nugget. But Nugget for short, just Nugget. Oh, why does Nugget feel like a reincarnator? Great question. Probably because he's chill most of the time. Although he does scare himself awake a lot. It's really interesting. So one of the things about babies is they do not have a sense of self, and they do not have a sense of like separation from the person who gave birth to them, which is really interesting. So like their entire environment and like everyone in it, they're kind of in like a state of nirvana where it's just like they are one with everything. And yet everything also, like, they can't see it. They're especially in the early days, they're just like a mouth and a nose with extra parts. It's fascinating. But it is hard to deal with that way a lot of the time too, because you just want to be calm and be like, take in my calm, young Padawan. Just absorb my calm. And then he keeps screaming, and then you get agitated. Then he gets agitated because you're agitated. You're like, oh, come on. But yeah, he's my nugget. And we have a nice time. We've gotten into a really good like flow for most of the time. The biggest issue right now is that Nugget when it's daytime, Nugget does not like to sleep unless he is like being held by either me or Nines. That is the one like hard thing for us right now. Or if I take him on a walk and I as long as I keep walking, or if I'm in the car, as long as I keep driving, he'll sleep with that. But if the car stops, if the stroller stops, he loses it. And he's like, I'm up now and I have complaints. I'd like to speak to the manager. Who does the baby look more like? I think he looks a lot more like Nines. A lot more like Nines. One thing I will say, I'm not going to describe anything about how he looks, except for one thing that I think is really cool. He has gray eyes, which I think is so cool. So, they are going to change more than likely before he gets his like real eye color. But I think it's so cool that he has like totally colorless gray eyes. I think he looks really neat. That being said, Nugget is not going to have a VTuber model. But yeah, I think I had navy eyes when I was born, and I have brown eyes now. They're very light brown, kind of golden honey color. But yeah, for now, he's got gray eyes. They might go hazel. Oh, I would love that. I would love it if they were hazel or green. But that's just me. But yeah, I do think he's got really, he's so cute. He's so stinking cute. His cheeks are just so smushy. He's so smushy. But yeah, so generally the way our day kind of goes is we wake up, I feed and I change his diaper and feed him, do some tummy time, do some eye tracking exercises, and then I need to keep him upright for 20 minutes so that he doesn't spit up. And so I wake up Nines and I pass him off so that I can go eat. And then I make breakfast and I eat, and then I take Nugget from Nines, and Nines eats. And then I mostly take care of him the rest of the day. Just going back and forth between like going on walks and holding him while he sleeps, feeding him every few hours. And then at night, we usually get him down around sometime between like 7 or 8. And then he's out for 5 hours. And so I hurry to sleep. And I try to get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep in that first like straight time period of sleep. And then I wake up at around 1 o'clock in the morning with him to feed him in the middle of the night. And then he's back to waking up every like 3 to 4 hours. Sometimes more frequently. But yeah, how demented has my sleep schedule become so far? It's much better now because I go to bed at like 8 usually. And then I wake up at 1 in the morning. And then I'm up for an hour to like take care of him. And then I go back to sleep. We go back to sleep at like 2. And then he wakes up like sometime between 5 and 6. And then I'm just up from there. So it's definitely a time and a half. and it's going to be really interesting. So tomorrow I've got a very busy day. I'm going to my 6-week checkup with the OB's office for them to check on my healing progress. I am looking forward to getting a glowing review that I've done a very good job. Nugget and I are going to go shopping, and yeah, we're just doing our best, you know? And it's been really nice. I'm going to meet up with a friend. But yeah, am I ready to be doing all that much? We'll see. We'll find out. But for now, yeah, I've been feeling really good. I've been healing really well. And Nugget is doing great and growing so fast, which is wild. So yes, thank you all so much for everything, for all the congratulations and all that. I'm gonna try. I have never done like a super chat thank you thing. So I'm gonna try to go through. I'm gonna figure this out. We're learning together, chat. All right. Nope. A filter. There we go. Subs and raids. Okay. And then I'm gonna go over to YouTube, as I so lovingly call it. Wow. Okay. Can I don't know. I don't know how to see. I don't know how to see super chats. Hold on. I'm trying to figure it out. I haven't gotten to talk with a lot of other moms yet. More than you'd think, actually. Even though I haven't super been like hanging out with a bunch of like new moms in my area, I have a lot of friends, especially people who, especially people who I knew from my old job, who were moms. And one of the person who I'm hanging out with tomorrow is a mom. Her kids are, I think she's got kids going off to, oh gosh, going off to college. So that's pretty crazy. Let's see. Is this the button? No, that was not the button. I'll figure it out. Everyone who gave super chats, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And everyone who subbed and resubbed and rated and threw bits. Thank you, all of you. My brain is totally fried. I'm gonna go sleep. I'm gonna go back and watch this tomorrow and probably just be like, bro, was I high? Yeah, I'm tired. I'm very tired. But it was, Model got stuck again? No, it didn't. Model's fine. Leave Model alone. Okay? Anyways. What was I gonna say? I'm tired. I go bed. I'll give Chicken Nugget a little mwah on his forehead from everybody. Thank you for the resub.
Rest well and thank you for the updates.
Yeah, anytime. I'm looking forward to coming back to streaming when I can. Yeah, I freeze in place in real life all the time, actually. It's just me going, Happens all the time. But yes, I'm gonna go sleepies. I don't know when I'll be back. I'm on hiatus still. I'm gonna try. I think what might be a little bit more accessible to me is making some pre-recorded stuff for YouTube. So we'll see how that goes. But I love you guys. I hope to see you all soon. And we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna see how it goes. But I love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Mwah. I go now. Okay, have a good night, everybody. Okay. Oh wait, we're gonna wait. I don't know how to do a raid on YouTube. How do we do raids on YouTube? Do we know how to do raids on YouTube? Dun, dun. Edit, customization, live redirect. Let's go. Thank you. Okay. I think Nana might be live. Customization, right. Redirect, add. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Hold on. I could have sworn I was just over on Nyanya's stream. Nana. Syria. Is she not? Oh, she ended. She ended. That's very sad. That's very sad indeed. Well, I don't know anyone who's live streaming on YouTube, but Twitch we're gonna raid out, and I will post the link over. I don't know if we can post the link over in YouTube. I don't know if that breaks toss. Let's see. We are going to raid. I'm gonna raid my friend Bunme's channel because she's doing a charity. She's doing a charity stream for kids. She's doing the Gamers Outreach. Oh my gosh. I can post the link? Yeah, I'll do it. So this is who we're gonna be raiding. Okay. And then Twitch, we're raiding directly. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. I really heck appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that follow or subscribe button. God, how does this go? Don't forget to hit that follow and subscribe button depending on which side of the thing you're on. If you're already following me, don't forget to follow me on my other various social media platforms. I've primarily switched from Twitter to Blue Sky. I have YouTube, I have TikTok, I have Twitch. The Discord, though, is the best place to see me and to keep in touch whenever I'm offline. Twitch has the raid message. And I will see you guys. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. All right, I love you. Have a good night, everybody. See you all over at Bud Me's stream if you're there. Okay, bye.